If you ever felt that retirement was out of reach, then this video is for you. We decided and created a way for us to retire early on our terms. And no, it didn't take us being rich. In this video, we will share exactly how we retired early on average incomes. Hi, we are Sean and Tina. We retired early, sold almost everything, and now traveling the world full time. We will show you how you can live abroad comfortably on $2,500 a month with real budgets, tips, and destinations that can make retirement affordable and exciting. So, hit that subscribe button and see how you can retire sooner, travel longer, and live more. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, welcome, and to our current subscribers, we want to welcome you back as well.
The problem with traditional retirement advice is that financial planners typically say that you need at least $1 million to retire. And normally what they base that on is several factors. So they're looking at projections, and what they want to do is they want to give you an opportunity to generate income based on several things. For example, they're going to be looking at life expectancy, they're going to be looking at inflation, they're also going to be looking at healthcare. And one of the big ones that factors into that $1 million recommendation is your lifestyle. Now, normally what they're going to do is they're going to look at that lifestyle and assume that you're going to be living in the United States, number one, and also that you're going to have a home to maintain, cars, and maybe even lavish vacations. So that's why that $1 million is typically a number that most of us hear when we think about retirement. Now, what we did was we realized that those numbers didn't really make sense to us. So we felt like we wanted to look at our lifestyle and the type of lifestyle we wanted to live and see what numbers allowed us to do that. We also realized that basically we were working hard to support a lifestyle that really no longer brought us joy. Once we made that decision, we decided that we were going to create our own retirement plan. We got to work on what we called our exit plan. This was what was going to allow us to stop working, retire early, and start the lifestyle we wanted.
And from there, we did a financial statement just to kind of see where we were with our finances. Financial statements, I know when we hear those, we go, oh, you know, it can be how you want it to be. It could be you writing out basically everything that you have, but you need to get it on paper.
Yeah.
From there, we looked at our home, which is considered a home equity, what you have in your home, the monies that you have.
Yeah.
From there, investment property, we had dwellings and commercial property as well. And also, we looked at our personal investments. That would include our savings, our 401ks, our IRAs, and our pensions.
Yeah.
And based on our financial statement, we determined what our financial life looked like. And based on that, we came up with around $2,900 a month.
Yeah, so once we looked at all of the financial items that we had, added all that up, did some calculations and said, hey, it looks like we could comfortably live off about $2,900 a month.
And to add on to that, you know, we get asked constantly by family and friends, you know, what are you going to do when you want to buy a home? Well, that was the point of us looking at our home equity and all of our other things. We have those funds set aside if we decide to purchase another home or wherever our long-term stay will be. So Yeah, you want to look at those things. And also, if we need, immediate cash above our emergency fund.
Right. After a lot of research, we decided that for us, it was going to be best to sell everything and start a life of full-time travel abroad.
That decision included avoiding a home base to reduce cost and obligations.
We found that living abroad could be cheaper than maintaining our life in the United States.
Our research revealed that many of the countries we researched offered high quality of life at a low cost.
Yeah, for example, Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, we knew that rents could start as low as $200 a month for resort-style condos, which we learned from some of my coworkers who at the time were on temporary work assignments in Ho Chi Minh City. We also knew, based on our own experiences with me traveling to Ho Chi Minh for work and Tina traveled along with me, that food could cost anywhere from $3 to $5 per meal. So all that information, we understood that, with the low cost of accommodations, the low cost of food being, primarily the things that we would be looking at, we could easily have a monthly total under $1,000.
And we also had plans just to live simply. Each one of us traveling with one backpack and one rolling suitcase to save money and to reduce costs and stress. Managing healthcare abroad was a major concern for us once we had committed to travel full-time.
Yeah, so we researched countries with affordable and quality health care. For example, we found that there were low-cost dental services in Vietnam. We also, from experience, understood that prescription glasses, for example, could be gotten reasonably priced in Vietnam. Mm-hmm. And we also, through our research, made plans to have annual checkups in Thailand. So those were some of the things that, based on our research and visiting during work, that we understood were going to be available options to us.
We also knew that we would need travel insurance while traveling abroad. So we decided to go with Safety Wing, and for both of us, the cost of Safety Wing a month is $290. Now, Safety Wing is based off of your age, so that amount would be different for everyone. And they do offer two options that you can choose from on that. So if you're interested in Safety Wings, we do have a link in our description.
Yeah, and so far we have seen that you can get quality and efficient health care in some of these countries. We have a video that we shared that we did earlier on. We'll put the link in the description of our own experiences with the dentist and also with prescription glasses. So, it looks like our research was accurate. Also, some of our YouTube people that we follow had similar experiences with healthcare services in other countries. So we've been able to, I think, dispel that fear that we had about finding affordable and quality health care while we're traveling.
And, we also, with our personal experience, we realized too that being out of the country and being abroad, we could afford our insurance or our doctor's visits, let me say that,
right,
out of pocket, where we could not afford that here in the U.S.
Yeah, and so, obviously for people in our age group, healthcare is going to be something that's going to be at the top of your mind when you start looking into retirement. So we would encourage you to do two things. If you're going to be staying in the United States, maybe you look at other options like the Affordable Care Act, which we researched, for our own personal use when we retired because we weren't old enough for Medicare. Or also you can look at, if you're going to be traveling, international plans like Safety Wing that would be available to you as well.
Overcoming the fear of running out of money is normal for most retirees, and traveling abroad we think is a great solution for this.
Yeah, I think most people when they're starting to look into retirement, when they're looking at running out of money, they assume a U.S. based lifestyle. Now, if you start to look at traveling abroad, you'll quickly realize that the cost of living is much less, and this can be a real viable solution for you. We have a video that we'll place in the link in the video description where we did a cost of living Vietnam versus the U.S. for our we had numbers from our budgets that you can take a look at and see an example of, what those actual numbers really look like.
And we had to shift our mindset from compromise to adjustment. When you're doing this lifestyle, you can't stay like you were before. You got to just kind of learn to go with the flow.
Right. And think about this. You're going to be retired, so, you're going to have the flexibility to do a lot of this. We didn't just stop working one day and start spending money. We adjusted our lifestyle by traveling and reducing our costs.
And guys, the lifestyle adjustments that we made, it just made for better days ahead for us, just happiness, and we, just embracing retirement. It just made things just so much better.
Yeah, and if you're considering this type of lifestyle, what we would recommend you do is do a budget and do some cost comparisons. Look at your budget at home, and then you can easily look at a budget that you might have in the countries that you're interested in traveling to, because the main things you're going to need to look at are going to be available to you, and that's going to be the cost of accommodations, and you can maybe even see food and transportation. So you'll get a very good idea of what the costs are going to be in some of these destinations that you're interested in traveling.
And one more thing I want to point out that we use every day is an app called Travel Spend. Yeah. We track our daily expenses, and if you track your daily expenses, that will assure you that you will stay on budget. Right. And hopefully you won't run out of money. So if you're looking at this video and you're thinking about retirement, we want to share with you some ways that you can earn income in retirement.
Yeah, so some common options that are available to you is that we're familiar with is online work or consulting, because a lot of us, let's face it, we've been in our careers for 20 plus years, so we have some expertise that's valuable in the workplace, and you should consider maybe doing some online work or being a consultant. Something else, and a friend of ours actually does this in Trong, is teaching English. She actually moved there to teach English, but you could do it online. I know people that do that as well. So that's another option. The third option, and probably the one that we embraced, obviously, since we have this YouTube channel, is YouTube content creation. That's our demographic is probably one of the most lucrative demographics, because there are a lot of us that are seeking information on YouTube, and this is a good way for you to share your expertise to people who are interested in learning about, what you know.
Yeah. Trades or...
Yeah, and then one more, we actually have some friends in our community that do this, is house sitting. That's an option. Not something we've really been interested in, at least not at this point, but certainly something that could help you also set your income.
Yes, and house sitting is not income, but it can supplement your income. Instead of you paying for housing, you're providing a service. And house sitting is, from what we can tell, coming in, taking care of their pets, whether it's a cat, dog, any type of maintenance, or or snake, I guess. It can be any kind of animal, but mostly we see house sitting and people are letting dogs and cats out and things like that. So it can kind of offset the living expenses for you on the house sitting.
And I may not have said this at the beginning, but all of these can be done either in the United States or abroad.
Absolutely. So finally, we have life after work.
Yeah.
So how do you visualize spending your days and not just your money?
Yeah. One thing we would recommend, probably first and foremost, is a daily routine. You're going to need a daily routine whether you're at home or traveling. That's something that we make it a point to do when we get to new destinations. And it's certainly something we recommend to you as a retiree. Something else that we would definitely recommend would be finding a community. I think that's going to be very important and valuable to you in your retirement. We did not retire because we were rich. We retired because we got clear on what mattered to us. So you can design a retirement that fits you, one that's affordable, meaningful,
and free. Guys, we hate to go. We love talking about this subject, but if you like what you saw today, please like and subscribe to our channel. And also, drop us a comment. We love hearing from you all. My husband loved answering the comments.
Yes.
Also, we'll see you in the next video.
Yep.
And thanks for watching.
For watching.